How you doing? This is my entry into Vic from Down Under Woodworks Summer 21 build, hashtag Summer Builds 21. For me, summer is all about markets. Nothing says summer more than a glorious sunny day down in the park, being able to chat with people about the stuff that I love making. So for my build, we're redesigning this sign and we're going to make it look great. Let's jump on in. How you doing? Welcome back to the Herbig Design Co workshop once again. Today it's all about market signage. It's time to take this old sign that I made up for when I do market stalls, simple little A-frame sign, and it's time to actually make it the way I wanted it. When I made it, I was in a hurry. I had about 3 days before my first market stall. I knocked this thing together, came up looking great. Went to put the brand on it, the name on it, and the only option I could get away with to get it done in time was just a simple process of sticking on the letters and clear coating over the top of it and hoping that it'd do the job. It's done the job, it looks okay, but now I want to make it right. I've got my brand. We're actually going to finish it up and we're going to apply the brand to the middle. I'm going to make it a bit smaller to start with. But we're going to apply our brand into the middle of it and make it look like it belongs as a Herbig Design Co product. So let's get into it. First thing we need to do is we're going to stick this printout of our logo onto here. Now normally I'd sand it all up first, but I'm going to be using resin to fill it in. I'm going to engrave it out or carve it out and then use resin to infill it. So I can get my brand colours and everything onto it just right. So I'm going to leave the clear coat on there because once we've done all the resin work, we'll come back and we'll give it a really heavy sand after that. Remove all the clear coat, remove all the old lettering, everything else that is remnants of the old sign, and we'll come back and make it look neat. So first things first, let's get this glued on. I've just got some basic spray adhesive and I'm going to use that to spray my stencil on. We're going to let that set up for a bit and then we'll come back with the palm router and we're actually going to use the palm router and just route all this out by hand to give us the channel to be able to pour our resin into. With it all routed out now, it's time to come back and we're going to fill in the letters with our resin. So I've got a bit of deep blue sea and some silver pearl, which will make up the outside circle and the Herbig Design Co letters. For the blue, the pearl will cover the H and the bar across the bottom in the background. I've got a little bit of black as well, just to darken them up a little bit if I need to get the colours that I want. This is where the excitement of any build suddenly becomes a whole lot less exciting. This currently looks like a hot mess. In hindsight, trying to pour two colours at the same time probably wasn't the greatest idea because I got a little bit of bleed here and there, but I was able to manage it and clean it up as I went. But now we're going to hit it with the sander. I'll hit it with a belt sander first just to get it right back, and then we'll come back and polish it up and finish it up with the orbital sander. So let's mask up and get into it. We've sanded it all up. I sanded up to about 240. I think it's on my grit, 220, 240. What we'll do now, the keynote among you will notice I've actually cut it down a bit as well. So I've made it a little bit smaller. It's just too big to cut around previously. So what I'll do off camera is I'll recut my base or my stand. But right now, we can finish this up. So the perfect opportunity to try out some of this evolution hard wax oil. I picked up a few sample pots probably 2 years ago now. I've used a lot of it. I've used a bigger tin as well on a few tables and desktops. I really love it, but I've got these sample pots I'm going to use up. And this is the perfect project to do them. So let's get in and finish it up. Okay, here we are, folks. I've finished it up. I've changed the leg mechanism on the back. I just didn't like the old one. I've gone with a single solid leg, which is going to make it a bit more stable on the grounds in the middle of the park. But here it is. Check out that beauty. Nice matte finish over the top. And if that doesn't get me spotted at the markets, I don't know what will. Having a good market sign is one thing that's going to help draw people into your store. So whatever you can do, make sure you're making something good, make sure it's something that's going to stand out. And hey, maybe it'll even look this good.